Burglary is the alley cat of crime, wandering the night in search of prey. The Highway Patrol wages constant war against the common housebreaker, not only to protect the property of private citizens, but their lives as well. Experienced officers know that no matter how carefully a crime is planned, things go wrong. And all too often, the result is far worse, far more terrifying than burglary.
Hey!
Shh, kid. I won't hurt you.
Daddy!
Please don't, kid. I'm leaving.
Daddy! Daddy!
Don't do that, kid. I told you I wouldn't hurt you. I promised. Now, take it easy. I wasn't gonna...
Hold him, I'll call the police.
Oh, you don't, lady.
Give me this one. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Oh, honey, look out. Oh, be careful. No!
You should have kept your mouth shut.
Give me the Highway Patrol, please, quickly. Stay in your room, darling, please.
Highway Patrol, Lockwood.
This is Mrs. Redmond. We've been hurt very badly. Hurt very badly here. My husband stabbed. I've been hit.
Ma'am, what's that address?
It's...
Hello? What's that address?
Mommy, what's the matter?
Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Hello? What's that address?
What?
Tell them where we live.
1541 𝗛𝗵𝘶. I have to hang up now.
Emergency ambulance call. 1541 𝗛𝗵𝘶. Stabbing case. Get going.
Mommy, what's the matter?
Someone will be here soon. Try not to worry.
Mr. Matthews.
Mr. Matthews, this is Lockwood. I'm sorry to wake you up at 4:30 in the morning, but we just got a call I think you'll want to look into.
You should be sorry for waking me this hour. What is it?
A man's been stabbed. His wife's been injured, too.
Where is it? What's the address?
1541 𝗛𝗵𝘶.
Okay, I'll tell you what. You call Ken. I'll be right there.
Hi, Ken. This is Lockwood. There's been a stabbing at 1541 𝗛𝗵𝘶. You're supposed to join Matthews right away.
Is that better, Mommy? Is that...
Front door. Let them in, darling. Billy, be brave. Oh.
Quick, mister, my mom and dad in there.
Well, how did it go?
You finally did it.
Did what?
Sent me to a house full of people and a kid.
What are you talking about? Those people were off on vacation. I checked it.
Sure. The kid woke up, the guy woke up, his wife woke up. I had to get rough.
Marty.
What?
Marty, you didn't hurt anyone. Oh, but Marty, you said it would never come to that. You said it would always be clean and neat and nobody would get hurt.
Oh, look, don't blame me. You're the one who fouled up the detail. For a whole month, I've been waiting for this setup. And what do I get? Nothing. Not even a watch.
Sorry, Marty.
Oh, sorry.
But Marty, it wasn't my fault. After all, people come home early from vacations. You know that. It had to happen sooner or later.
All right. But the next setup has got to be it, understand?
The next? But you can't. The police will be looking all over for you. We gotta go somewhere.
I've got to go somewhere. But I can't travel now and pay later. I need cash. I might have to hold up for a couple of years.
Marty. Marty, you don't mean without me, do you?
Just at first. Can't take any chances. I'll get settled and then I'll send for you.
Okay.
Oh, come on. Don't look like that. I wouldn't run out on you. I couldn't. You know that. Now you get with it. Find me a big house in a fancy neighborhood with lots of mink coats in the closets, okay?
Oh, Marty, why can't we unload that big diamond ring you picked up last week, huh?
Oh, you kidding? The fences don't want that piece of junk. I'll get going.
I'll be back later.
Okay. Attaboy, Billy.
Mom told me to be brave. I tried, but I'm scared.
You're scared? Look, I'm a policeman. I'm supposed to be brave. I'm scared all the time.
You are?
Yeah, I sure am. Do you know what bravery is? It's a man who's scared, but still does what he has to do. Do you understand what I mean?
I think so.
All right, Billy, why don't you try it?
How?
Tell me about the man who was here.
What about him?
Billy. Was he taller than I am?
I don't know.
Did he come to here? To here?
I don't remember.
All right, did you notice anything else? Did he have a mustache? Did he wear glasses?
He was very old,
Very old.
like you and my dad.
Oh, very old like you and your dad.
I
Thanks,
gotta
Doc.
find something.
Let's take a look.
Were you and your folks on a trip somewhere?
The mountains, but we had to come back last night. Mr. Macer got sick.
Well, who's Mr. Mayser?
The man who works in my dad's store.
Guess they came home too late, went right to bed without unpacking. You know, it could be the burglar wasn't expecting to find anybody here. I'll bet he's that vacation burglar we've been looking for. If he is, he's a lot more dangerous than we thought. And we don't even know what he looks like. No one's ever seen him.
No one? Billy has.
Fearing that the man known as the vacation burglar would kill again to avoid capture, the Highway Patrol concentrated on its only source of information, a bewildered, frightened boy only 8 years old.
Now, come on, Billy, let's go, huh? This is from here on. He's going to be at the house to take care of you. Now, come here, will you?
How's my mother?
Your mother's fine. Don't worry about it. Look, tell me one thing, will you? The guy was wearing a blue shirt, right?
I think so.
What about his pants? Were they blue jeans, gray, slacks, what? What was he wearing?
I don't know.
All right, then let's start from the top. What about his hair? Was he bald? He had blonde hair, white hair, what? Gray hair, anything?
I don't remember.
You don't remember. What? Oh, I see what you mean. All right, now look. I want you to go through these for me, huh? These are not comic books. See if you can find the guy we're looking for, will you?
Okay, Billy, sit down here. I'll look it over real good. Take your time.
Here's an additional APB. Get it out.
Talk to the hospital. The
boy's mother is still unconscious. She took a hard, nasty blow in the head.
What are her chances?
Doc says fair, but you won't be able to talk to her for several days.
Okay, thanks.
Headquarters to all units. Headquarters to all units. More on that last APB.
Billy, just check with the hospital. Your mother's in good shape. You got nothing to worry about.
When can I see her?
But I'll tell you what, I'll promise you this. Tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, come on, keep looking. What about the vacation burglar?
But, Mark, I have a much better way of raising some cash.
How?
Selling some of the stuff we've already got. You know, like that big diamond ring, for instance. Now, look, I know I could find some sucker who wouldn't know it was a bad stone.
Oh.
Advertise?
Are you kidding?
No. As a matter of fact, I went out this morning and put up some notices on the market bulletin boards. Oh, now, look, Marty, take it easy. I gave them my phone number and no address. I'll take the ring to the customers. There won't be any trouble.
I still want to set up. I'd like to have at least $5 grand more than I've got.
$5 grand?
Won't be cheap. Sending for you and living it up the way we want to.
Well, as long as you put it that way. Okay. Marty, do you have to have the gun?
Yeah, I might.
How you doing, Billy?
Good.
This the one right here?
No. But I remember one thing.
What is it?
His hands smell like my electric train.
Smell like what?
My electric train.
Electric trains.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, keep looking, huh? Oh, what do you got?
Well, I found 2 diamond rings advertised, a mink coat, 4 wristwatches. I checked them out. They're all on a level.
It's got to be going through a fence.
Yeah, I guess so.
Let me see. Diamond and ruby ring. Star sapphire, diamond bracelet. 6 burglars. We haven't got a lead.
Say, what about those bulletin boards?
What bulletin boards?
We have the ones in the markets. They're plastered with ads. Sometimes you see some real good bargains.
Oh, I know the ones you mean. Rooms to rent, cars for sale. Hook. Come on, let's check them, huh?
While the Highway Patrol searched frantically for an opening in the case, the planning of a new burglary was in progress. Posing as a door-to-door saleswoman, Blanche Hudson invaded a neighborhood where she knew there would be, as her partner had put it, plenty of mink coats in the closets. The usual signs indicated that the occupants were out of town, but there was no way of telling when they might return.
All right, Billy, here's... When you wake up, there's another one.
Hey, big spot on one of these circulars. Oh, fell asleep, huh?
I sure did.
What are we gonna do? He's our only chance. Can't let that killer run around loose.
Weren't you a kid once? You remember?
Mr. Matthews, I think we got something. Here's a rundown of some of those market bulletin boards. The diamond ring advertised a market on River Road. The same one advertised a market on Maple Avenue. And again, a market at 5 Points. The description matches this one here on the stolen property list.
Yeah, I see what you mean. You know, they all have the same phone number. Let's check them out, huh? His aunt should be home by now. All right, wake him up and take him home.
Billy? Come on, you can go home now.
I guess I got sleepy.
That's a gross understatement. I want to say you've been a great help.
Mr. Matthews, was I brave enough?
Braver than we are, believe me. Can I come and see you tomorrow?
Okay.
Right.
Come on, let's go.
Hello?
Hello. You're the person advertised about that diamond ring?
Yeah, that's right.
Look, I'm 𝗛𝗵𝗵𝗵𝘄𝘆. I'm very interested. I'd like to get it for my wife. What are you asking for it?
$750. It's a perfect blue white stone. You see, it belonged to my mother. She died recently, and, well, frankly, I need the money.
Well, I'm sorry to hear about your mother, but $750, that seems like a lot of money. Look, give me your address. Let my wife come over and take a look at it.
Oh, well, that won't be necessary. I'll bring the ring over to her house.
Well, Mrs. Simmons is out shopping today. That's going to be much easier to go to your house.
Well, as a matter of fact, I'm going to be out all day myself. Perhaps I could meet her somewhere.
Well, suggest someplace.
Well, how about the corner of Cochran and Loring at 2 o'clock?
Loring and Cochran, 2 o'clock? Right, I'll tell her.
Fine. By the way, my name's Miss Hudson, and I'll be driving a red convertible with the top down.
A red convertible with a top down.
Incidentally, what'd you say your name was again?
I told you, 𝗛𝗵𝗵𝗵𝘄𝘆.
Fine. Well, thanks for calling, Mr. Simmons.
I thank you very much.
Policewoman Parker's available. Should I get her for your wife?
As fast as you can. There she is. Take it easy now.
Anything special other than you've told me?
No. Good luck.
Miss Hudson? Yes?
I'm Mrs. Simmons. My husband called you this morning about the ring.
Yes, here it is.
And how much did you say you wanted for it?
$750.
It's a beautiful ring. It's just stunning. But I'm afraid that's a little higher than I want to go.
Well, you see, my mother paid $1,500 for it originally.
Well, I'll see what my husband says, and I'll get back to you.
All right. But look, don't wait too long. I've had a lot of calls about it.
Well, I'll try and phone you tonight. And thank you for showing me the ring. Bye.
Bye.
$21.50 to 3016. $21.50 to 3016.
3016, bye.
I followed the suspects to a place called Bonded Brake Specialists. It's on Barry, 2 miles east of Highway 6. Join me here. We'll stake it out and see who comes and goes. 10-4?
10-4.
And she's going to speak to her husband, and she said she'd call me back tonight.
Oh, listen, nobody's going to buy that ring. It's got a bad flaw in it that anybody can see. Nobody wants to buy that or any of the stuff the fences wouldn't take.
Marty, let me at least try. It's much smarter than...
No, I want a big score. How many times do I have to tell you?
All right. I found a couple of places, but there's no way of telling when the people are going to be back.
What kind of places?
Big ones?
Hey, let's take a look at those.
$21.50 to 3016. $21.50 to 3016.
3016, bye.
I just took a look at this place. The guy that owns it might fit the description Billy gave us.
What do you mean?
How do you know? The description was pretty vague, but this guy could have oil and grease on his hands. Maybe that's why Billy said he smelled like an electric train. Get out here fast. Hold it, wait a minute.
Look at that car. Do you think it's a...
Yeah, could be a cop. Get going.
They're leaving. This is code 3, but no siren. Get moving fast. $21.50 to 3016. $21.50 to 3016.
3016, bye.
Suspects in flight, east on Barry. Can you intercept?
If I reach Barry in time.
Step on it. Use your siren now. 10-4.
10-4. Hey, you got hit. How bad is it?
It's all right. Don't worry about it.
I'll call in. 3016 to headquarters.
Headquarters, bye.
Suspect has been apprehended after a gunfight. Send an ambulance and coroner. Our 1020 is Berry Street, 3 blocks east of Highway 6. 10-4?
10-4.
Any word from the hospital on Billy's mother?
Yeah, she's gonna be all right. 10-4?
Good. 10-4. Little Billy's mother's gonna be all right.
What am I going to do now? He was all I had.
What's Billy Redmond going to do without his father? See Highway Patrol again next week. Until then, remember, if you care to drive, drive with care. This is Bradley Crawford saying, see you next week.
Men of the Highway Patrol remain constantly alert to crime, danger, and violence. They know that even in a lonely, isolated service station, tragedy can strike hard and fast. To a sailor and his girl, there was no sign here of impending disaster. Nothing to warn them that in a matter of moments, they would be trapped in a nightmare.
It's a funny way to run a gas station. I wonder where everybody is. Gee, honey, I wish you'd filled the tank like you said you would.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. I just didn't have time.
Well, never mind. Hey, anybody here?
Jimmy, please make him hurry.
Scared?
Yes.
Don't be. Where we're going, nobody can find us, not even your father.
I just keep thinking of him when he reads that note.
Let him. What if he does try and find us? By that time, we'll be Mr. and Mrs. James Newman. Hey, that sounds great, you know? Mr. and Mrs. James Newman.
Jimmy, do something to make him hurry.
I'll see if I can find somebody. After all, we can't keep that minister waiting. Come on.
Oh, I'm so glad you're here. I don't know what to do. What's the matter? My baby's dying. He's not breathing. He's choking.
He's choking. Where is he?
In here. I'm all alone. My husband's gone to get a doctor. Oh, my baby's dying.
2150 to headquarters.
Headquarters by?
I'm at the intersection of 90 and Highway 41. Cancel APB 411. Hit and run, 1330 this date. Vehicle and suspect in custody. I'll be in a little while. 10-4?
10-4.
You were doing 85, Doctor. You are a doctor, aren't you?
Yes, officer. My shield's on the front of the car.
Yeah, I saw it. What's the hurry?
I have an emergency call, a sick baby.
Where?
Hoffman Service Station, Highway 41.
What's the trouble?
I don't know. Ed Hoffman drove up to my place so excited he could hardly talk. He was too rattled to drive, so I made him stay behind. He says the baby's choking.
I'll get in my car. I'll drive you. Come on. To headquarters.
Headquarters by?
I'm going to the Hoffman Service Station. It's on Highway 41. It's an emergency call for the doctor. I'm taking him there now. 10-4?
10-4.
I think he's going to be all right.
He's breathing. He's alive.
Here's your handkerchief.
Jimmy, you were wonderful.
It's nothing. It's just stuff they taught us in boot camp. Hey, look at the time. We got to get married. Lady? Lady?
You saved his life.
Well, I'm only glad we weren't too late. I'm sure he'll be all right now. The doctor should be along soon, and we are on our way to get married. I think we'll be going now.
You saved my baby's life.
I'll fill that gas tank myself and leave the money at the pump.
2150 to headquarters.
Headquarters by?
My 1020 is the Hoffman service station on Highway 41. Send 2275 to Dr. Ronald Kincaid's house. You've got the address there. You'll find Mr. Hoffman there. The doctor's here with me now. Now have William stand by. 10-4?
10-4.
Everything all right?
We're in trouble, real trouble, starting right now.
May I offer you both my best wishes and my congratulations?
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thanks for everything.
And thank Mrs. Lincoln for being a witness.
My wife enjoys nothing more, I assure you. You're off on a honeymoon now, are you?
We sure are. 10 whole days.
Jimmy's got a 10-day leave.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
So am I. We have a spot waiting for us that's miles from anybody. 10 whole days just by ourselves.
Mrs. Lincoln and I got away by ourselves just last year. We had a delightful week fishing. Well, goodbye, Mr. and Mrs. Newman, and good luck to you.
Hey, you know, that sounds great. Mr. and Mrs. Newman.
Let me have that again, Doc.
Mrs. Hoffman just told me the child was choking, and a young sailor got it to breathing again. To do it, he breathed in the baby's mouth.
Well, go on.
I'm almost sure the child has epidemic meningitis. It's highly contagious. I've just inoculated Mrs. Hoffman.
You say the sailor breathed into the kid's mouth. Where's the sailor now?
Mrs. Hoffman doesn't know. She doesn't even know his name.
Come on, Doc. Take it off for me fast.
Well, the sailor drove up for gas. He saw the trouble, and he got the child breathing again. Then he drove off without even giving his name.
What are his chances?
Unless he receives inoculations within a matter of hours, he has no chance at all. Without inoculation or treatment, he will most certainly die.
Oh, brother, that's great.
I've just telephoned the hospital. They're sending an ambulance for the baby.
Put Williams on fast.
This is Williams.
My 1020 is the Hoffman service station. Highway 41. Get out here fast. 10-4?
On my way. 10-4.
Doc, we gotta find that sailor.
But Mrs. Hoffman has no idea.
Well, if we do find him, have you got the medicine, the inoculation?
Yes. And I want you to be inoculated, too. With meningitis, there's no such thing as being too careful.
How's the mother? Can I talk to her?
Well, she's in pretty good shape, but you haven't much time. The ambulance will be here in a few minutes.
Look, I've got to talk to her. She's the only one who can help us find the sailor. Oh, Mrs. Hoffman. Oh, Mrs. Hoffman, can I talk to you for a minute, please? I'm Matthews, Highway Patrol.
Yes, I suppose so. I don't want to leave my baby too long.
I can understand that, but do you realize how important it is to us to find a sailor to help save your baby's life?
Oh, yes, Mr. Matthews. I was frantic and beside myself. I didn't know what to do. I'm afraid I was losing my head.
When he came in here, he got some gasoline for the car.
Yes, sir.
Did he pay cash or use a credit card?
Oh, cash. When I finally got hold of myself and knew my baby was going to be all right, I ran outside to ask his name or something. But he and the pretty young lady had left. He did leave some money by the gas pump, though. Oh, I feel so badly. After what he did and all, I never got a chance to thank him properly.
Well, as you know, this is a doctor. He says your baby's going to be okay, so you got nothing to worry about. But do you realize how important it is for us to find the sailor and his girlfriend?
Yes, sir.
Golly, it sure is miles from anything.
I told you, 1,000,000 miles from nowhere. You think your father can find us here?
Oh, Jimmy, I wish we didn't have to run away. If Dad only knew you better, I'm sure he'd understand.
Oh, he'll be okay, honey. Heck, with your mother dead and everything, he just gets panicky at the idea of being alone. Come on, let's go inside. Wait a minute. This has to be done right. Happy?
Terribly.
Me too. I've never been so happy in my whole life. Well, honey, here we are.
Hi, anything new?
Mother and baby are on the way to the hospital. What about the bulletins?
I filed the first one at 1440. Notified the newspapers, radio, and TV stations in the area. I gave them all we've got. An unidentified sailor and a girl, the descriptions.
That's good.
Well, I filed a supplementary on the APB. Anybody who's been near this gas station needs an inoculation. Kincaid's standing by at the hospital. He's got plenty of supplies. You gonna stay here?
Well, for now, yeah. But look, the mother's not sure. She thought she heard the sailor say they were off to get married.
Today?
Yeah, but she doesn't know what direction they're headed in. Well, the way I figure, if he left here at 1400, traveled at 40 miles an hour, he's got to be within a 60-mile radius.
From here?
Yeah. Look, cover every judge, jury, justice of the peace, city hall, everything. Find out if the sailor and his girl got married after 1400 today. Because if we don't find these kids, they're going to die, and you know that.
Yeah, I'll keep in touch.
Right.
Hey, Mrs. Newman, look. I'm a civilian.
Mrs. Newman. Gosh, it still sounds so funny.
It's the radio. What do you mean it sounds funny? You know what it sounds to me? Two of us up here all alone on top of a mountain. Your father blowing his top because he couldn't find us in a million years. No telephone, nobody to bother us, nothing. Baby, this is what I call being alive.
To a boy and a girl, the first hours of their honeymoon seem magic and gloriously alive. But the Highway Patrol worked hard, knowing that a few hours away, Jim Newman and his bride have a rendezvous with death.
$3016 to 2150. $3016 to 2150. $3016 to 2150.
2150 by.
We've got a break. 2245 reports a justice of the peace married a sailor and a girl this afternoon at 1530.
Who and where?
The justice is John Lincoln. His address 400 Main, Shelbyville. And the sailor is Seaman First Class James Newman. He has their names on the register.
Oh, what about the girl?
She's Betty Jane Martin. I'm trying to get her home address now, and I dispatch 1850 to follow it up.
All right, you check the girl's family. They must know where she is. And if you do find out, meet me at JP's house. Now, what about the baby?
Yeah, we just had a report. The baby's responding to treatment.
Have headquarters get to Dr. Kincaid. Tell him I'll pick him up in about 15 minutes. Tell him to have his serum with him. 10-4?
10-4.
Oh, yeah, and a dozen eggs.
Oh, yeah. You're new in these parts, aren't you, young fella?
That's right. Well, I guess that's about it.
Fishing?
Pardon?
I said, did you come up to go fishing?
No, just taking it easy. How much do I owe you?
Have you got a place close by?
Up in the mountains. How much did you say?
I didn't say. Or would you like a paper? The buses just brought them up from the city.
No, thanks. Say, would you mind hurrying it up a bit?
$2.40 without the paper.
2, 25, 30, 40, right on the head.
Mm-hmm. Come up today, did you?
That's right, just today.
Well, thank you, young fella. Come back again.
Thanks, I will.
Doctor, I'm not an alarmist, but as Justice of the Peace, I do have things to do. This inoculation you just gave me, there's no chance that it might...
No. You're safe once you've had the shot.
Well, I was just thinking about my calls in the morning. What about the boy and girl? How long before they have to...
Look, Doctor, you said we had 2 hours. Is that right?
That's my best estimate.
In other words, if we don't find them within 2 hours, that's it.
If only I could be more helpful. I remember they said something about a small house on the top of a mountain. I'm sure of that.
And you did have an idea it's not too far from here.
Well, I assume so, Mr. Matthews. Why else would they have chosen me to marry them?
You know, they could have driven further on.
They could, but it isn't usual.
It isn't?
Most young people marry and then want to be alone, not out on the highway motoring.
You've got a point there.
That should be Williams.
Well, where are they? Where's my daughter?
You're Betty Jane's father, is that right?
Yeah, I'm home a Martin. Where are they?
Don't you know?
He has no idea.
They've eloped, run away. Don't you understand? They don't want to be found. They don't want to be found.
Here you are, honey. Go to work.
No, sir. It's too early.
But I'm hungry. Look, I got some hot dogs. Why don't I start a fire outside and we'll cook them?
Our first married meal, and I'm not going to have you say it was hot dogs. Here, sit down and read this.
Newspaper? The old guy must have tossed it in, I guess.
Oh, don't you want it?
Are you kidding? Who cares what's going on in the world? I've got my whole world right here.
Look, Mr. Grundy, he was a sailor. Does that help any?
Well, there's been no sailor in here today. I'm sure of that. In fact, nobody in uniform.
He doesn't have to be in uniform, Mr. Grundy.
Well, then how am I going to know he was a sailor?
Mr. Grundy, we don't have to tell you what an epidemic of meningitis means. That's why I inoculated you. Anyone who came anywhere near that boy is in danger.
Look, Mr. Grundy, think. Now, really think. You're the only store within a 12-mile radius. Exactly who was in here after 4 o'clock this afternoon?
I see. Well, if you hear anything at all, just call the operator. She'll know where to find us. Thanks very much.
Any luck?
No, that was the last motel. I checked every cabin for rent within 25 miles.
Any report from the other units?
Well, 2370 phoned in. Negative.
That's a help.
Mr. Matthews.
Yeah, what?
I want to offer a reward
A reward?
for the return of my daughter.
You want to offer a reward?
I'll give anything to save her life.
Look, Mr. Martin, this is none of my business. I'm just curious, but I got to ask the question. Why do you feel your daughter had to run away from home and get married?
I didn't approve of the marriage.
Did you talk to her about the marriage and about the boy?
Well, no, I didn't.
Right now, she's in love with the guy. You never even took the trouble to find out about him, did you?
I didn't want her to leave home.
That makes you pretty selfish, doesn't it? Because from all reports, she picked herself an awful nice guy. Mr. Martin, we don't want a reward. But you know what you should give? Why don't you give your daughter a little understanding? A little love and kindness.
Say, mister, wait a minute. There was a young feller in here today answering your description all right.
When? What time?
Well, I'd say about 4:30. He said he just arrived.
Did he say where he was staying?
Well, not that I could swear to, no. But he did say he had a cabin up in the mountains. And there ain't many cabins up there.
Well, how many are there?
Well, let's see, there's 1 or 2 up there. The Taylor boys have a cabin way up on the North Range. But he's away. That's right, he's a lieutenant in the Navy.
What? Look, Mr. Grundy, let's get this straight now. Take it slow. You say there's a cabin up on the North Ridge. It's owned by a guy in the Navy, right?
That's right, his name is Taylor.
That could be it. Jim requested leave from the lieutenant, and he loaned him his place for the honeymoon.
You stand by and keep the line open here. I'm going up there. You stand by too, Doc.
Oh, Mr. Matthews.
Yeah, what?
May I go too?
Yeah, sure. Come on.
Hey, you know something? My wife's a great cook.
How do you know? We haven't started eating yet.
Well, I can tell by looking.
Well, as long as you're just looking, young man, why don't you start a fire in the fireplace? It'll be nice later on when it gets dark.
Romantic, huh?
Maybe a little bit. And a great cook.
And no kindling. Oh, never mind. We'll use the newspaper. Hey. Funny, that sounded like a car. Hey, Jane, it's your father. Look.
No, Jimmy, what do we do?
See, he was within the highway patrol. Listen, honey. We're married, and nobody can change that.
Oh, he can, Jimmy. I know he can.
No, all he can do is spoil our 10 days, and I'll be darned if I'll let him do that. Listen, honey, you with me?
You know I am.
All right, then come on.
Well, this has to be where they are. It just has to be.
There's Betty Jane's suitcase.
Are you sure?
There's a car.
Where? All right, come on, it's out in the road. Let's go.
Williams at 2150, by?
The kid spotted us. Decided to duck out. They're headed down the mountain in the boy's car. Bring the dock. Meet me at the first fork. I'll try to close in there. 10-4?
10-4. Let's go.
You know, you're going to kill somebody driving like that. What's your hurry? Okay, take it easy. You're going to have to get a shot right away, and you too.
A shot?
Betty Jane, darling, it's all right.
You all set, Doc?
Come here, son. Take off your coat.
Hey, what's going on here anyway?
Come on, Jimmy, you got nothing to worry about. Let me have your coat.
It's all right. And if you love him, I'm glad you married him. I'm sorry I didn't give you the understanding I should have. I want you to know that. And I want Jim to know it, too.
Oh, he's all set for you.
Officer, is Jimmy going to be all right?
Neither one of you have anything to worry about. Here's your coat. Good luck. See you back at headquarters. See Highway Patrol next week. Until then, remember, leave your blood at the Red Cross or your community blood bank, not on the highway. This is Broderick Crawford saying, see you next week.
On the 10th of last month, the patrol learned they were up against a new foe in this age-old racket. A gang whose daring recklessness stopped at nothing, not even murder.
Something wrong, lady?
I'm so glad you came along. My car stalled in this fog, and I can't seem to get it started again.
Well, the first thing a trucker learns to do is take a look at the gas gauge. Seems to be all right now. Maybe you... Get out and turn around. Hey, what is this?
Better do as you're told, bud. Dead. Well, go on, get the truck going. I'll get him in the bushes, bring the car around.
The hijack gang, counting on truck driver courtesy, now had another truck cargo. It was simple. Dump the seriously injured driver in the bushes, transfer his cargo, and be gone before the next regular patrol reached the hijack point.
Break open one of those crates. Oh, what's the matter?
Man, it says 5,000 school books.
That's what it is, all right.
What's the whole stinking mess?
What do we do now, Vance?
Let him go. Let's get out of here.
What happened?
Picked up a bad one, nothing but school books.
Oh, no.
Well, it's worth to know your tracks. You guys go back to the warehouse. We'll meet you there. Come on.
What happened?
Hijackers. Shot me. Got my truck.
We want to talk with you. Carl and I decided we're through. There's no percentage in taking these kind of risks without a sure payoff.
You want out? Okay, that's up to you. Only Vance and I aren't pulling out. We've done real well at this before, and we will again.
But since we came out here, Sheila, the going's been rough. A hit or a miss deal's too dangerous.
We agree with you. Vance and I were just talking about that. Starting right now, we're using the old plan.
You mean working with the driver like we did before? I'll go along with that.
Sure. That way it's worth cutting down on our take.
Okay. You two go back to the hotel. We'll arrange a meeting with the driver. We'll call you.
See you, Sheila. See you, Vance.
So long.
Okay.
You sent for me?
Yeah, I did. What's the hospital report on the truck driver?
Oh, he died before they got him to surgery.
Did he tell you anything more before he died?
That was it.
All we've got to go on is a station wagon with 2 men in it and also a woman.
I wonder why they'd pick a truck with books and then leave it.
Well, let's face it, anybody can make a mistake.
You know, this could be that same gang that was operating in Ohio last month. They move into an area, pull 2 or 3 fast jobs, and pull right out again.
Well, let's figure they're going to try once or twice more. Take a look at this map over here.
Joe Tyler, my husband, Vance Nolan.
Hi. Sit down, Joe. Sheila says we can do business.
I said I'd talk it over. That's all I said. The rest depends.
We got your name from Les Rockland back in Ohio. Would you like to call him and ask about us?
Yeah, put through a call to him and see how easy that one job went.
Okay. I just want to be sure what I'm getting into.
And you're in with us, huh?
Maybe. Depends now what's in it for me.
You'll find that we're more than fair. What have you got to offer us?
$50,000 worth of machine parts tomorrow morning. And I want 50%.
50%? Come on, Joe. We can't come out in a deal like that. Be reasonable.
I'm telling you, that's what I want. No sense arguing. It's either yes or no.
Joe's right, Vance. Let him have 50%.
Okay, Tyler, it's a deal. 50% for you. Now, you want to fill us in?
Here's my route. From the plant, I head right out to Route 30.
4 main highways going out of town. Here, 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 and here. Now, there's 200 shipments a day going out from the trucking companies.
That's a lot of traffic. I guess all we can do is try to put ourselves in the hijacker's place. All right, up here's where they stopped the book truck.
Right here. All right, let's figure. They're not going to try this one. They're going to try the other three. So if you were a hijacker, which one would you take?
Oh, I think Route 30. That's mostly through deserted countryside.
That's good. That's deserted country out there.
Now, you see the spot here? I figure that's the best place to pull it.
We'll check it today. How about the time? That's important. I'll phone you when I'm ready to leave the plant.
It'll take me exactly 2 hours to reach this spot.
Okay.
I wish there was some way we could eliminate checking all these trucks.
Yeah, they can't waste time trying to fence things like vegetables and flowers. You know, they've got some real good pickings here if they only knew about it. These fur coats, here, $50,000 worth of machine parts from Acme.
Now, look, Ken, this gang has no definite M.O. The last time they picked up a whole truckload full of books, they dumped them. I give up on them. I just don't know.
Looks like when they pull something, we're going to have to be in the right place at the right time.
I hope.
And we hope.
Hey, Mac! I'm ready to roll. Just gonna call the old lady to remind her what time you're gonna be home tonight.
Yeah? Okay. He's leaving the plant now. Get started. Now take it nice and easy. We'll meet you before he gets there.
The best offer I could get was $22,000.
You do all the dirty work and they end up with all the gravy. How much are we gonna tell Tyler?
He's no fool. We can't make it less than 10. We'll give him 5. He'll make a profit.
Okay, let's get going.
We'll patrol this 8-mile stretch right in here. We'll check all the cutouts, too.
Isn't that the fur coat shipment?
That's machine parts.
Yeah, that's right.
Our stretch ends up here about, I'd say around a half a mile.
Say, I wonder why we even passed that Acme truck.
That's a good question, Ken. You tell me.
You know, he didn't have much of a head start on us. He couldn't have made much time on this road with the twists and turns unless he was really stepping on it.
Get in touch with the boys up in front, see what they found out.
3016 to 3211.
3211, bye.
We've seen an Acme truck, license number 4 Paul 717.
Negative. Checked through 12 trucks. No license like that.
This is Matthews. We've lost the Acme truck someplace along the line. He's supposed to stay on 30. We're going to check the side roads.
Shall I come in and help you?
Stay where you are. We'll be in contact. 10-4?
10-4.
Okay, that does it.
Get the tailgate up.
Looks like nothing's been up here for days.
Watch your speed.
Okay. Now, one more thing. I better mush you up a little bit. Be better for you when the cops come along.
Look like fresh tire marks, wide track.
I sure do. Come on, let's take a look. You all right?
Yeah, I guess so. Still kind of groggy. It knocked me out.
You cleaned out the truck. It's empty.
Can you describe the guys and the vehicles they were driving?
Two guys in a little pickup truck cut me off the highway. Made me turn up here. Truck with another guy was waiting. It knocked me out. But I got a good look at all of them. They were about...
All right. First, describe the trucks. You say it was a black pickup, is that right?
Yeah, old, kind of beat up.
What about the other truck?
Well, it was a closed-in van. A 3-ton, white.
Notify all the units on Highway 30. Be looking for trucks of that description. Also have them set up roadblocks 15 miles north and south of here.
By the way,
I can describe the whole gang.
All right, wait a minute. I want to take a look at that bump on your head first. You're pretty lucky. That's not too bad. All right, what about them?
Well, there were 3 of them. All men. Young, middle 20s, I'd say. Real tough looking.
You sure there wasn't a woman with the gang?
Woman? No, like I told you. Just those 3 young guys. No woman. Why?
Well, I just wanted to know, that's all.
well, with his positive information, we should be able to round up this bunch.
According to him, there are only 3 men along. Take a look what I found. That's fresh lipstick. Couldn't have been there more than a few minutes.
You think he's lying?
That's what I'm afraid of. And that bump on the head, let's figure it out. That was nothing at all.
Well, and chances are the descriptions of those trucks he gave us are phony, too.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I'm afraid of, too. Look, if we don't run into his description again, we'll know he's one of our boys.
Well, what did I tell you? Did you ever see a job go smoother?
I gotta hand it to you, Sheila. Why quit now? You can wrap up another 2 or 3 jobs around here.
And that's exactly what the cops will figure. Tomorrow, after the fence pays us off, we move to a new location. That's the one sure way to keep us from falling into another trap.
Dan Matthews' suspicions were correct. The roadblocks failed to turn up any vehicle such as described by Joe Tyler. A tail was put on Tyler with the hope he'd lead them to the rest of the gang.
Yeah, Joe. Yeah, I know how disappointed you are. We are, too. But, Joe, it's the best price we could get. Well, look, I've got the envelope with the cash here, right here for you. I'll get it off to you right away.
Well, make sure you've got it addressed right. Phil Weeks, care general delivery, this city. Hold for arrival. And listen, Sheila, make sure it's all there.
It's all there, Joe. $5 grand.
Tell him not to be in a rush to get it.
Joe, if you're smart, you won't pick it up right away. Wait a week or two until the heat's off.
Look, don't worry about me. I know I'm being tailed. I'll be careful.
All right. Goodbye.
If the hijackers were as smart as we thought they were, they'd try and keep away from any contact with Tyler.
What about his payoff? How's he going to get it?
Oh, come on. They'll leave it someplace for him to pick up.
In that case, we'll be right back where we started.
No, you're wrong. We got one lead. The shipment was hijacked.
Yeah, except that'll take time. You know, chances are the first thing he did was stash that someplace. You know, a gang like that would probably rent a warehouse where shipments could come and go unnoticed.
Give me the fire department. Look, when you rent a warehouse, you gotta have a fire permit. We'll check with the fire department, find out if they gave out any permits for warehouses in the past couple of weeks.
$1,000 extra if we deliver the stuff to you, right? Yeah. We'll be there by about 4 o'clock this afternoon, okay? All right.
What do you want to do that for? We made a deal for the Pence to pick up the stuff here. Why should we run the risk of delivering to him?
What risk? We're pulling up stakes anyway, and we go right through Junction City. Besides, there's an extra 1,000 in it for us.
All right, you guys get started. I want to get rid of this stuff here.
Okay, Vance.
Okay, right, Inspector, yeah. What else? All right, fine. Thanks a lot. Take a look at this.
Webster Concrete, Security Grocers, Nolan Importing. We ought to be able to check them out fast. Nolan Importing's the closest.
What are we waiting for? Come on, let's go.
All right, this is everything. Okay, let's get going.
Ken.
Yeah.
Take a look at this.
Yeah, there's some writing on this. Acme Machine Parts, Route 30. Looks like I get to the right place a little too late. And garage receipt. Repairs the truck. Hey, here's the license number. 6 John 250.
We got lucky for a change.
$32.11 to $21.50. $32.11 to $21.50.
$21.50 by.
Truck answering description of hijacked vehicle just past me going north on 30.
Shall I apprehend?
What's your 1020?
Holly Road.
Go after him. Use caution. We'll meet you. 10-4?
10-4.
do anything wrong, did I, officer?
Ask your friend to get out, please.
Sure. Come on down. I've been handling rigs for 20 years, never had one single ticket, officer. What'd I do?
May I see your operator's license, please?
Yeah.
What's your cargo?
Odds and ends. We're in business for ourselves.
Well, let's take a look at it.
Let's make them open up the back.
Time to get out of here. We better head back.
Hey, you're not running out on me! I'm not taking the rap for you two. Come back here!
Who's in that car?
Vance and Sheila Nolan. They're the ones you want. They kill that driver.
Up against the truck. Keep your hands high. $32.11 to $21.50.
2150 by.
Gray station wagon with Vance and Sheila Nolan, identified as heads of hijack gang. Just left my 1020 heading south.
Oh, they're heading south. All right, thanks. 10-4?
Think they'll head for the warehouse?
Let's find out.
Not knowing their headquarters had been discovered by the Highway Patrol, Vance and Sheila Nolan hurried back to what they thought was their one safe place, the warehouse, hoping to hide until their movements were safe.
He's dead.
Is that your husband?
Yeah. My big, brave husband. What's going to happen to me?
Thank you. Good luck. What happened to him? Come on, let's go. See Highway Patrol again next week. Until then, remember, reckless driving doesn't determine who's right, only who's left. This is Roderick Crawford saying, see you next week.